union of a set. Now, to explain union of a set, we can use a relevant example talking about a man getting married to a woman. Okay? When a man is about getting married to a woman, what happens? They go to the pastor or they go to the priest or bishop to bless them. Now, blessing them simply means the man and the woman becomes one. Now, the man and the woman, they are not two different entities. They are now united as one. So, union of a set simply means combining two or more sets to become one single set. Combining two or more sets to become one single set. For example, if we have set A to be equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and we have set B to be equal to 2, 6, and 7. Now, looking for the union between these two sets, set A and set B. How do we find the union of these two sets? Very simple. Combining these two sets and bringing a one entity. Now, how do we combine the two sets? What you can find in set A and set B, put them down here without repeating an element in the set. Okay? What you can find in set A and set B, put them down here without repeating an element in the set. What do I mean? We can find 1 in set A, even though there is no 1 in set B. Since 1 is in either of the two sets, you bring 1 down here. We can find 2 in set A, even though we can find 2 in set B as well. But since there's a 2 in either of the two sets, we bring 2 down. We can find 3 as well, 4, 5, 6, and what? And 7. So to get A union B is just to combine these two sets and have one set or one subset. Now, there's a symbol we use to represent union of a set. Anywhere we see this symbol, it's like a letter U is used to represent what? Union of a set. So we can be given this set A to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and set B to be 2, 6, 7. Then we'll be asked to find A union B. So A union B now will be the combination of these two sets to get a different set. Now, if we have X to be equal to, another example, we have X to be equal to A, B, and C. We have Y to be equal to G and E. So if we're asked to find X union Y, how do we get it? The combination of these two sets without repeating an element. So it becomes A, B, C, G, and E. intersection of a set is what you can find in common between two or more sets. Now, if you have a set A, if you have a subset A and a subset B, intersection of A and B is what you can find in common between these two sets. Now, if you're having A is equal to 2, 3, 4, 5, and B is equal to 3, 6, and 7. Now, what is the intersection between these two sets? What they are saying is, what can you find in set A and also find in set B at the same time? I think the only number you can find in set A and set B at the same time is 3. You can find 3 here. You can also find 3 here. So the intersection of A and B is equal to 3. Now, talking about intersection, the symbol N is like a letter N. The symbol for intersection is like a letter N. So anywhere you see this symbol, it simply means intersection of a set. Now, talking about this example, you can be asked to find A intersection B. So A intersection B is equal to 3. Now, if we have another example, X is equal to A, B, C, D, and E, then Y is equal to A, B, and F. You are asked to find X intersection Y. Now, what is X intersection Y? It simply means what you can find in X and Y. The element you can find in X and also find in Y. We can find A in X. We can find A in Y. So you write down A. We can find B in X. We can find B in Y. You write down B. I think these are the only numbers you can find in X and Y. So X intersection Y is equal to A and B. So intersection generally is what you can find in common between two or more sets. What you can find in common between two or more sets. I beg your pardon, the alphabet you can find in common between X and Y is A and B. So these are the only alphabets you can find in common between these two sets.